this is Nightbird Tarot, here to do your daily collective message for November 5th, 2025. I hope that you're all doing well. If you're new here, welcome. Feel free to subscribe to the channel if you want, if you like my readings. And welcome back to all my subscribers. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing, all of the good stuff. So we're going to take a look at what the vibe is today for the overall feeling. This is a general reading for all signs, all placements, as a collective, as one for the day. So we'll take a look at what the vibe is, and then we'll pull some cards from the Lucid Dreams Tarot deck. Let's call in spirit. Okay, so let's see what the vibe is. Today is, what is today? Today's Wednesday, November 5th, but when you watch the reading is when you're meant to see the message. Angels, guides, ancestors, most important message for the collective. All signs, all placements. November 5th, 2025, please. Most important message for the collective, please. We have love affair. One more, please. And we have burned bridges. Okay. So we have a love affair with dirty little secret, sex fix, down low. And we have burned bridges, lack of trust, disloyal, turn back on. So the first thing that I'm feeling is there could be something new within your life, a love affair, some type of little thing that you've been doing with somebody. But there's a lack of trust within this dynamic. So let's see what's going on with this. It feels like, and this could be also an affair for somebody as well, or somebody had an affair. There was cheating going on, something going like that too is what I'm feeling. Angels, guides, ancestors, most important message for the collective. All signs, all placements. We have the Eight of Swords. Most important message, please, Spirit, for the collective. Too many. Most important message, please, Spirit. The Three of Cups. We have the Fool card. One more, please, Spirit. And we have the Queen of Pentacles. Back of the deck, we have the Knight of Pentacles. Okay, so the overall energy, grab your tea, coffee, water, whatever it is you like to have. The overall energy for what you don't see is the Knight of Pentacles. So, what I'm feeling here is, in the overall energy, with this love affair, burned bridges, lack of trust, etc., is you're trying to be practical about stuff. You may be not jumping the gun about knowing exactly what's going on. You're committed to a relationship, perhaps. You're not sure exactly what's going on. You're being patient with this. You're thinking practically. But that's the overall feeling for this. You could be dealing with somebody, or this could be you, that's very hardworking, committed, etc., or something that you think or don't know, which is hidden. We'll go back and clarify what that overall feeling is about. But it's almost like you're just in a standstill, being very stoic, being very slow and steady, efficient, thinking things through, etc. First card out of the deck is the Eight of Swords here. This feels like bondage. This feels like you have a lot of negative thoughts that are going on. You're feeling a very victim mentality. This is something that somebody could have broke your trust for some reason. There is a lack of trust within a dynamic here. It doesn't necessarily have to be, if you're not in a love relationship, this could be a lack of trust within a friendship, within a family member, within something, okay? There's a lack of trust. There's a feeling of disloyalty within it as well. Or you could feel like that person turned their back on you, or you've turned your back on them because you're feeling a lack of trust, or that they burned their bridges. This has you very much tied into your thought pattern here, feeling like you're a victim, feeling helpless, powerless. But this is all mental. So this is a swords. So this is mental energy. So you're feeling very low today. You're feeling like somebody has burned their bridges. You're feeling helpless. You don't know what to do. We'll go back and clarify. The Three of Cups here is in the reverse position. I feel like there could be a breakup here. There could be third-party energy as well. This could be where you're feeling like you're not being supported. This is why you're having that victim mentality as you're going through this situation. It feels like this is why there is a burned bridge here, or a lack of trust, because there could be a third party involved. You're wanting to escape and be alone. You're needing some independence, some solitude in order to figure out what to do. This person has had a lack of time for you. And this is maybe why you figured out there might be a third party involved. Not for everyone, so keep that in mind. But you're being forced to conform. You're being forced to think practical. You're being forced to really think and be grounded in order to figure out how to move forward. You're being forced into something that was not your choice to even think about at this time, and you're feeling like the victim. The Fool card is in the reverse position. This is you being unprepared for all of this, afraid of starting something new because maybe somebody's burned their bridges. Perhaps there was a love affair. Perhaps there was a third-party energy that came in. There could be a lack of trust, disloyalty, somebody that turned their back on you. And this is leaving you with a lack of direction. You don't know what to do. You're afraid to start over. You're like, what am I doing? Like, I've been with this person for a really long time. You're trying to think practically. You're trying to stay committed to the relationship, but you're like, what the heck just happened? That's what this energy feels like. Again, it doesn't have to be a love relationship, but it's like something has slapped you in the face here. Somebody has really shown you something that you're like, what is going on? And there's a lack of trust now. I feel like the Queen of Pentacles could be you. I feel like you are a very nurturing person. You're very sensible. You could like to be home. You could be also a working parent. You could also be a stay-at-home mom. You may not know exactly what to do here. So we'll go back and clarify. Please clarify the Eight of Swords, please, Spirit. We have the Ten of Swords, yeah. Somebody stabbed you in the back here. This is a very painful ending. You're exhausted by all of this. And that's why we may be feeling the victim. You're wanting people to kind of say, hey, help, let me help you. Or you're just feeling very trapped within a situation that you didn't see coming. You feel a lot of betrayal, very tired. You maybe felt like you're being left to just kind of bleed alone. It's a very painful ending. Somebody stabbed you in the back here. Please clarify. Ooh, with the Ten of Pentacles. So you're being forced to conform. You feel like you have no support. And the Ten of Pentacles is showing me here that there's a deep family conflict here. This could be somebody that you were married to. This could also be a family conflict when it comes to money. This is a break of a home, family unit, something or another like that, where a third party might have been involved. You're being forced to conform to something that you were not ready for within a family unit. Please clarify the Fool. So we have the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse position, clarifying the Fool here. So this is all about, being stuck in an old karmic cycle. This is you having the resistance to change because you're afraid to start something new. There is a lack of direction here. This is not a change that you wanted. This is an unwelcome change. This World card also flew out for me, and this is something that you're going to have to go through. This is the World card in the reverse position. This is a personal closure that you're going to have to go through. It's going to, it has something to do with a karmic lesson here. This is a current soul lesson that you need to go through. This is refusing for you to close out your life cycle when you need to in order to evolve spiritually. This is a karmic lesson for you. Please clarify the Queen of Pentacles. I'm sorry. This is such a sad reading. I'm sorry you're going through this, whatever it is. Please clarify the Queen of Pentacles, please, Spirit. And you're such a nice person, a caring person. Please clarify the Queen of Pentacles. We have the Death card. So this is you going through a transformation. You're this nurturing, practical person. You're very hardworking. You could be a very good parent. You could be a stay-at-home mom. But the Death card is all about transformation and rebirth. You're going to be going through some big changes. This is time for you to transform and move on. You need to let go and release because something new is coming in for you. I'm sorry that you've been going through this. My goodness. What is the advice here, please, Spirit? You're dealing with somebody, or you could be just getting very frustrated or hot-tempered. This person also could be very domineering towards you, which could cause delays in you moving on. One more, please, Spirit. With that Knight of Wands in the reverse position. One more. What is the advice here? That's interesting. I think Spirit is saying here with the Seven of Wands here in the reverse position, it's time for you to surrender to this, because they're a very hot-tempered, arrogant person. They're very passive about what they've done. They could be very domineering over you. They could cause delays when it comes to things that you're needing. But Spirit is saying, as an advice, is to surrender to the karmic cycle, to let go and move on from this. Because when you release and let go, you're going to be starting something new. One more, please. One more. Ooh. Always on the floor. One second. So we have the card, the Sun, okay? And I feel like you're very down at this time. I feel like you have a blocked happiness. This is what Spirit is saying to me is that this is a karmic lesson that you've needed to learn. This is going to help bring out that inner child within you, with the sun being reversed here. This is temporary. This feeling down is temporary because the sun card is the happiest card in the deck. And what you're needing is, they're blocking you from your happiness. You need to let go. You need to release in order to start new, because you have the Death card and the Fool card here. In order for you to start over and learn this karmic lesson, you must let go. They are blocking you from your true happiness. Your inner child has been suffering a lot through this. I'm so sorry that you've been going through this. This is, they burned their bridges here for the last time. There's disloyalty here. There's a lack of trust here. There's no reason for you to be in this. And I understand that you're going through this and this is not something that you expected, but this is a karmic lesson. This is meant for you to happen so that you grow spiritually. Let's pull a card from the messages from the cosmic to finish off your reading. So again, if this is not a love relationship, this is somebody that's hurt you a lot, which is kind of made your world spin upside down. Angels, guides, ancestors, most important message for the collective. All signs, all placements, please. It says, you're too amazing to follow everyone else. Forge your own path. This is all about that independence that I was talking about. And needing that independence in order to see through and persevere. Stand strong in your spirit here because you're a very nurturing, loving, caring person. You need to remain grounded, okay? Efficient, conservative, pragmatic, being practical about the situation in order to forge through, to let go and start anew. And it says, you're amazing. You're too amazing to follow everyone else or go through all of this. You're too amazing to sit in a disloyal relationship. Somebody that's been, that's burned their bridges for the last time. Somebody that could have been involved in a third party, okay? Somebody that is, you know, taking over your finances, etc., leaving you exhausted, making you feel like you want to give up, clinging to this old karmic cycle. You're too amazing to follow this, to follow this person who's disloyal. Forge your own path ahead. When you release and let go, something new is coming in that is going to leave you very happy, okay? This is temporary. Your happiness is being blocked by this situation. So that's the message I have for you, collective. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. I hope you have a wonderful day today. Please be kind and compassionate to one another. And I will see you tomorrow. Namaste.